giant rampaging monsters,
time-traveling murderbots,
evil geniuses, and epic heroes.
With all the TV shows, movies, cartoons, and video games using comic book-related stories, it can be a near impossible task to navigate and understand them all.
That's where we come in.
Let a trio of OGs,
That stands for Original Geeks,
take you by the hand and beat you over the head with seemingly useless but socially important pop culture information.
It's time for my big fat pull list.
Welcome to my big fat pull list, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm Mr. X. To my right, I've got
Smurphy,
and to my left, I've got
Pistol Danger.
We have got we've got some stones here to tackle this topic, and I'm not talking about the ones in our pants. Oh, humor
Or bras for the ladies.
or bra. Wow. No, we're going to be talking about the Infinity Stones and or gems, depending on how you really want to put it, both from the comic books, the 616 universe from Marvel, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We're getting really close to Avengers Infinity War, where we're going to be dealing with all of these stones. So we're going to give you, the listeners, just a little bit of a updated, you need to know this crap because you probably weren't paying attention like we were, so that you can walk into that movie and actually know some shit.
So, from the get-go, there are 6 stones. There's the Soul Gem, which is green, the Power Gem, which is red, the Time Gem, which is orange, the Reality Gem, which is yellow, the Space Gem, which is purple, and the Mind Gem, which is blue.
They changed it in the movies, but yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes, the movies, the colors are different.
That, right.
But colors aside, here's what each of them can do. So the Power Gem increases the strength and durability and enhances any superpower that is known so far, energy manipulation, and it also supplies all the other gems with their power.
Oh, so that gets destroyed, all the rest would be useless.
I think so, but I think at this
in
point,
theory.
and I think in theory, like each of them, I think it supplements their power, so like it kind of buffs them. The Time Gem is exactly what you think it can do. Time travel, stop, slow down, speed up, mess with time, and you can focus it for like particular aging. You can go younger, you can go older, see into the past, see into the future, exactly what you sound like it. Space Gem is to travel through space, basically through teleporting, and able to interfere with the motion of other objects. So like move planets quicker or slower, I guess, asteroids, etc. The Soul Gem is to observe, attack, or even steal a being's soul or spirit. Also used to revert individuals to their natural state. So that's interesting.
Take away powers, as you have to, or mutation.
That is the little sidebar. That is the one stone we have not dealt with.
That doesn't talk about.
In the movies.
MCU, yeah.
And I'll talk about where it originates from in the comics. The Reality Gem, basically it's the better cosmic cube.
Right.
So it can just, like, whereas the cosmic cube can kind of f*** with things within a given area, reality is everything.
Yeah, it's everything and anywhere. Yeah.
And the Mind Gem, near limitless psychic abilities, empathy, telepathy, telekinesis, that sort of fun stuff. So those are them. Where they are now in the comics, there was a little event where all the universes started to collide in the Marvel comics. And all the worlds would just start colliding. And when they hit, they destroy each other.
Ah, yes. You could read all about it in Jonathan Hickman's New Avengers.
Each member of the Marvel Illuminati had a stone.
Stone, right. Each guy had a stone, right.
Yep.
You get a stone, and 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 you get a stone.
Yeah.
I forget who had what. Clearly, Xavier had the Mind Stone.
Clearly.
Clearly.
He might not have. You don't
That's all
know
I
that.
remember.
So, Iron Man had the Space Gem. Namor had the Power Gem.
That's right.
Strange had the Soul Gem. Fantastic had the Reality Gem. Cap had the Time Gem. And Beast had the Mind Gem.
Well, that's the last group that held these.
Yeah.
Because
that's not the original.
No, the original Illuminati had common people.
Yeah, the other Illuminati, Black Bolt had one.
Yes.
He was part
Black
of it.
Bolt had one at one point in time. Banner joined the Illuminati.
Yeah. So where they are right now, mostly all but one are destroyed. So when the worlds were colliding, Black Panther found out that a world was coming for 616. gathered everybody together, got their stones, put it all on the Infinity Gauntlet, and with one mighty punch, saved
Panther did it?
616. I don't think it was Panther.
Captain America.
Yeah. But
wow.
all the gems got destroyed except for one, the time gem. It vanished. Like, it didn't get destroyed, it just went...
Or poof, gone.
And then
There's some reality.
Cap found it, I think he's found it recently.
There was a time travel story arc in...
The podcast you are listening to is experiencing technical difficulties. Please be patient while we get our stones together. Thank you.
Jonathan Hickman, the storytelling is so dense that unless you've been reading him for like the last 5 years worth of storytelling, you can't jump into anything in the middle of anything that he does. So trying to understand everything leading up to Secret Wars was really difficult when it came to the Avengers.
Got it.
But after reality fell in on itself during or just before Secret Wars, in Secret War, Doom, Dr. Doom, Victor Von Doom,
The greatest hero Marvel knows.
One of his favorites.
used the Infinity Gauntlet with all of the stones on it to put back a semblance of reality and created Battleworld, of course. And if you read the miniseries, you know that story. If you haven't read that, go ahead. Check the trade out. It's
really fun.
It's got its moments. It's not the best thing in the world.
No, but it's fun.
Yeah.
I will give it that. It's definitely fun.
It's a fun read though.
So originally, this is just a small fun bit of trivia that I found, is before they were called the Infinity Gems, they were known as just the Soul Gems. And the first
Just
one,
the Soul Gem.
Yeah.
because the first one showed up in our good friend Adam Warlock's head.
Oh yes.
Okay.
It was given to him by the High Evolutionary. Now, Thanos was the first person to gather them all together and use them in unison. Obviously, he wanted to destroy everything because he likes to court death.
Yes, and he thought he could impress death by wiping out thousands of people.
Because Thanos is a dick.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because Thanos has a dick.
Yeah, a big one.
So that's kind of where the Marvel gems are in the comics.
Got it.
Or the Infinity Stones
in the
gems
yeah.
are in the
Whatever.
comics.
So they've popped up throughout Marvel history.
Here and there, yeah.
Here and there.
Yeah.
Of course, there was the Infinity Gauntlet storyline.
Yep.
Yes.
In which Thanos gathered them all, put them all on a gauntlet, and pretty much
What were the movies?
spanked
Yeah.
the Marvel universe.
It seems like that's where the movies are headed.
It does.
More what's going to happen. He's gonna get them all together somehow, and he's just gonna go spank all the Avengers and every superhero out there.
I'm interested to see what the Marvel movie version of the Infinity Gauntlet storyline is going to be. Of course, you don't have as many characters as the comic book did. Because let us not forget, for anybody who hasn't read the actual story, here's a big spoiler. Just to get death nice and moist, Thanos wiped out half of the known universe.
Right, universe. Right.
So half of everybody on Earth, including our heroes,
Dead.
just gone.
Yep.
Just boop, gone, out of existence.
And the rest all band together to go kick his butt.
That's
it
right.
didn't go very well.
It didn't go very well.
No. Well, like in the Marvel universe, as we all have come to know and love, they do the Infinity Stones as well.
Yes.
But a few of them didn't start out as stones, as we all know. So, for example, like the Tesseract is what they're calling it now, which technically was
Tesseract was introduced in Captain America
as the Cosmic Cube, technically.
Well, see, that's what we thought that it actually was.
Yes,
Like, wow, it's the Cosmic Cube. They're just not calling it the Cosmic Cube.
Right. But but technically, you're right. They never called it. Technically, it's not. It's the Tesseract because they never really called it the Cosmic Cube.
I don't understand why they call it the Tesseract. Again,
I don't know either. But it's
they don't pay me to think.
That's the Space Stone.
Yes,
that's what the officially be labeled. So that's
the
what
final frontier.
That's what opens up the wormhole in Avengers 1 and lets everybody come through. And as far as we know, who has that? Who they give it to? Because it's traded possessions now. Because at first I think
it's
Thor.
still on Asgard.
Yeah, Well, that one's on Asgard.
The
That one's on
Tesseract
there.
is still currently in Odin's vault.
The ether, or whatever you want to call it. Aether, yeah, from Thor 2, which certainly is a liquid.
Weird red liquidy
yeah,
stuff.
that is actually the Reality Stone.
Reality, yes.
Which makes sense. That's how I was able to get those ships to teleport into London out of nowhere. That was actually given to the Collector by Thor's people.
Yes.
Sif and Volstagg, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, we had a nice little teaser at the end.
They did it for safety. Now, the problem is once the Collector got it, like any being, he was like, I want more. And that's why you get Guardians, where he's trying to buy that stone from them, which they just call it the Orb, but it's the Power Stone.
That's the Power Stone.
Yeah, it's Power Stone. And, introducing Guardians 1, now that actually the Nova Corps has. At the end of the movie, as we all saw, and they still have it as of right now.
Correct.
But we don't know what happened to the Reality Stone.
Now,
one would think that
the Collector still has it.
I mean, yeah. One would think that the Collector had it somewhere safe.
Yeah.
Maybe not out in public view with all this
Right.
other crap like Howard the Duck and Cosmo.
Yeah.
Because
Maybe he had it in a vault in lower levels or something like that.
We got the Mind Stone, which was in Loki's staff.
Aha,
which is
yes.
now in Vision's head.
Loki's staff in Avengers
1, right.
So we actually had two
stones.
Infinity Stones
On
running
screen.
around at the same time.
Right.
And we were unaware of this.
Right.
Personally speaking, I don't know if Marvel was aware of this.
Yeah.
I don't. And you
might
know
not
what? I give them
themselves.
credit. They're smart writers, but there's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
There is a possibility that they didn't even think that particular that the Mind Stone
Right.
was going to be. Oh, well, we're going to make that staff that Loki's got. That's going to be one too.
Right.
Because here's my one problem: how does the Mind Stone, once it falls in the hands of Hydra?
Yeah.
How does the Mind Stone transform the Maximoff twins into powered beings?
I
just don't get.
I would say their explanation is a little cop-outish, if you will, but remember how Samuel L. Jackson had the Tesseract and he was putting that power into weapons? That
Right.
was energy that weaponized it. More or less, that's what Hydra was doing. They're trying to weaponize the Infinity
So
Stone,
basically, they sucked some of the
Energy
cosmic energy,
put it into the twins.
the cosmic radiation.
And those were only, and of all their experiments, the twins were the only two that survived.
In theory, another explanation could be they could be using it to control the twins on a higher level. Like, the twins maybe already have power
They
because
didn't.
They didn't need to.
The
Remember,
twins
they
had free will.
wanted revenge. They wanted
Yeah.
to be a part of Hydra because Hydra's
because they hated Stark.
goal
Sure.
was to go after Stark.
Yeah, and they
Sure.
hated Stark so
And
much.
like,
They're like,
to
we'll be
that
on Heroes
point,
against
but like,
Stark.
were they so bloodthirsty that they would unleash the Hulk on the full city without the influence of? I'm saying this is like a small maybe. Like, they used it to warp what they wanted and pull
I think-
and take them instead of like maybe they were like leaning off to the right or left to go full
I can see your
extreme.
theory. I'm gonna say no. I think this used
Yeah,
it
I
to
mean-
give them the powers, and they didn't even realize that they could do that.
That wasn't even their plan. That was
yeah, that's
Ultron's
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All because you're right. That was
Yeah,
Ultron's plan.
true.
And then the last one that we've actually seen is the Eye of
Agamotto.
which is the Time Stone.
The
as we
Time
know
Stone.
from Doctor Strange, and we know that that's still on the necklace, being held with Strange
It is in
at the Sanctum Sanctorum or whatever you call
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Right there.
I'll butcher everything. Yeah, I have the Lego set
Down there.
over here.
Right here. Yep.
So what are we missing?
The Soul Stone. That's two.
We are missing the Soul Stone.
Now, the rumors were Guardians 2 was going to have it.
And they might have.
They might have, but here's the thing. This is what you gotta remember. Rewind to the beginning of this podcast when Pistol was talking about these stones. Where did these stones first make their appearance?
Right.
It was Adam Warlock, who had what?
The Soul Stone.
The Soul Stone in his forehead.
And we've seen Adam Warlock here and there throughout some of the movies.
Kind of.
Kind
Well,
of.
technically
We've seen him in his
speaking, we
pod.
were supposed to have seen him in a cocoon in the first Guardians.
Which you did. I did. You can find it.
You can.
It's in the background.
But
they don't.
But it doesn't make sense with Guardians 2.
Agreed.
When you actually see the Queen say, I have created a weapon that will destroy the Guardians, and I will call him Adam.
You're right. This sort of making sense because the Collector already had it.
I mean, unless she got it from the Collector and
Yeah,
modified
she could have
it.
gotten it from the Collector when stuff blew up.
But I mean, let's give James Gunn the credit there. Let's say.
But here's another thing, though. It's already been confirmed. James Gunn writing, directing Guardians 3.
Right.
Okay.
Guardians 3 jumps ahead 4 years.
Oh, wow.
Because it takes place after Infinity War and everything else.
Right.
So, if we're getting Adam Warlock, it's got to happen soon.
No, you're right. I read.
So the stones. Here's the thing: Infinity War, the movie.
Yeah, it's gonna have all the stones in it. That's a fact.
Well, I mean, it's called Infinity
Right.
War, so we have to, at some point in time, all the stones have to be brought together.
There's a scene.
Oh, is there? There's a scene?
I saw it where Thanos has got the glove on, and he punches Iron Man, and Iron Man goes a-flying. So it's the yellow glove. So someone's got all the gems in it.
I mean, it's also possible we don't get Adam Warlock until Guardians 3, and Thanos has it right now, but then somehow loses it,
and then he gets Adam Warlock.
War.
And it's possible, too.
Yeah.
This is one thing that I do know that has to be certain. Vision's not going to survive.
Right, he can't.
Getting that pulled out of
Because,
his head.
right.
Yeah, it's got to get pulled out of his head.
That's what gave him life.
I wonder if that's one of the first things to go, and that's when all the Avengers are like, "That's it, you killed our friend Vision. We're all gonna go."
We're here to
Thanos.
So
like,
we'll stop the Civil War and we all get back. Avengers
That's what
reassemble.
unites. That's what unites everyone together. Because they're like, "You killed our friend."
So would you say they go to avenge Vision?
I would say that is a big possibility. Here's something else to remember. And it has been done in the comic books, so I do not see why it cannot be done in the movies. The Infinity Gauntlet gives the wearer godlike power. Right. You can literally do anything.
Right.
So, that being said, any character that has been killed off, both good or bad,
could
come back.
Yeah.
Which would be great for Quicksilver. He is dead.
Yeah.
It would be great for Quicksilver. It'd be great to explain where the hell the Red Skull has been all this time.
Ronan.
They can make Captain
Ronan, yes, because if you read the interviews, that is the one thing from the first Guardians that James Gunn regrets. He regrets killing off Ronan.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, yeah, but you can recreate reality.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I kind of always thought that would be the plan to I mean, obviously, what's his name isn't coming back.
You could erase all that history too, and be like, "No, that happened," and we're gonna start from scratch.
Well,
Hugo Weaving still has 2 movies on his contract.
Yeah, but if he doesn't want to, which he's clearly said he doesn't, why force him when you could recast somebody for probably cheaper and better? But here's what you could do: is he could be like, "All right, well, I could fight you all." Or snaps the glove, you could just fight your villains again. And then we get the dude back. Yeah. We get Ironmonger back. I would love that.
You get Big Lebowski in an Iron suit.
You get all these villains.
Obadiah Stane back.
You could get Whiplash didn't
die. He went to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hit him with more or less like an EMP from the 2 blasts connected and just kind of knocked him out.
Yeah,
they hauled him to jail.
I want Whiplash back.
Yeah, because that was a fantastic combination of 2 crap heroes.
Whiplash / Crimson Dynamo.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, who else? Let's see. Crossbones. You could get Crossbones.
Yeah. Oh, finally!
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's clamoring for
Crossbones only really existed for 7 minutes at the beginning of Civil War.
Oh, you mean Bane?
Yeah, Bane, yes.
He wasn't Bane.
No, that's an inside joke. He dressed up as Crossbones for Comic-Con, and
people
called him Bane. Everyone. They're like, "Oh, you're Bane," because what happened was...
Those are a bunch of stupid
people. Well, no, he was wearing fatigue pants and a black tank top.
It doesn't matter.
No,
was he wearing the...
No, here's the problem, though. In Young Justice, they had Bane in it, and that was the exact outfit the guy wore in Bane. And so that's what everyone was referencing. Because Young Justice ruined it.
We could finally get Crossbones back. Crossbones
and Red Skull.
I was very pissed off that they just
short-lived
killed him off. Along with Strucker.
We could get Batroc back. He's not dead, but they could bring him back.
It all goes down to this movie has the potential of being able to do a lot of different things.
Right.
And I guess if I was ever going to pitch my idea for Fantastic Four being a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, this is the perfect opportunity to do it. And you don't necessarily need the stones, but since they're established in continuity, it could help. Thanks to films like Ant-Man, which had a great prologue section with young Hank Pym working with S.H.I.E.L.D., working with
Stark,
Agent Carter, and a middle-aged Howard Stark.
Right.
What you do is Fantastic Four. You make that an 80s movie. A late 80s, early 90s movie.
Okay.
It would make sense.
You started off with a time frame where Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Doom.
Yeah.
Young Doom.
Put them in there. It's part of the story.
It is. They were friends.
They create the portal, and it's the negative zone. Not just this dead, barren wasteland. It's the negative zone, to where you can introduce characters like Annihilus and Blastar.
Yep.
But now here's the thing. When they get sucked in, Doom is left behind.
That's why he's pissed.
And scarred from the explosion of everything that
Portal
happened.
closing, etc.
So now you have a movie that takes place in the negative zone. Our characters are having adventures. They're dealing with their powers in the negative zone.
Right.
Time moves
Forward.
differently in the negative zone. So by the time that their adventure is done, and they come back to present, and they get out,
They come back to
it's present day.
Yep.
Doom is now older,
I'm pissed.
bitter. He's basically Tony Stark
Yeah.
who knows magic.
You know what? He's Tony Stark and Doctor Strange combined.
That's
what he is.
That's why he is the
That's
greatest
why he's
villain
tough
ever.
as
and
fuck,
hero,
right.
greatest hero and villain.
So now you got
He's my greatest idol.
hero and greatest villain ever.
My name is
so
Pizza. He's my
Saved-
idol.
He saves the Marvel Universe at the end.
I
Thank
don't-
you,
I
Black
don't-
Panther God.
I
So
don't
now
like
you're
Greg.
able to actually have the first family of the Fantastic be the first superheroes, not counting Captain America.
Yeah.
The first heroes, time-wise.
Right.
But now here they are introduced at the end of everything. And this could be one of those secrets that Nick Fury's been keeping from everybody
Like,
for a
hey, man,
long time.
We knew they existed and they disappeared, so we didn't tell nobody.
Because because I've had this idea for a while, but now after hearing news that they released from Comic-Con this summer, the idea is for the Captain Marvel movie. Captain Marvel takes place in the 90s.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
The movie takes place in the 90s with Samuel L. Jackson returning
eyes.
as Nick Fury, but he's got both eyes. So it's before
The accident.
the accident, the incident that takes away his eye.
I'm going to talk about it.
And the bad guys are the Skrulls.
Oh, that's cool. That's why we haven't seen him before. Because they're going to be in the past, which we're going to defeat. And they're never going to be.
Well, that's why I think that Avengers 4, which is not going to be called Infinity War Part 2.
They changed it already.
That's why I think Avengers 4 is actually going to be called Avengers Secret Invasion.
That'd be cool. Because if you follow that, because that storyline was really cool in the comics too.
Right.
That was really.
But
fun.
all of this is being made possible because of these Infinity Stones or gems, however you want to refer to them, whether you prefer the comic version or the movie version. They literally give you the ability to do whatever you want. So, if I had the Infinity Gauntlet on right now, I would create my perfect Fantastic Four movie and slide it right into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Would you-
I am okay with the X-Men not being a part of it because
They knock everything up.
Fox has never gotten an X-Men story right.
That's true.
Until Deadpool. And even that wasn't right,
It was just funny.
but it was the closest thing
Yep.
you'd ever gotten to being right.
See, if I had the Infinity Stone, I would squeeze the X-Men in there, but do it right and erase all those older films.
Okay. What do you mean doing it right? Would you introduce them right now?
I'm saying I would figure if I had
the
Infinity
X-Men,
Stone-
are, like the Avengers, have been defeated by Thanos, and then all of a sudden they're on the hill.
It's the Blackbird.
No, I'm
It's a
doing
Blackbird.
what every comic nerd has wanted since they've started doing these movies. I would do it so that you have the X-Men with the Avengers fighting. Like, oh, there is no 3 movie companies all fighting for rights of our characters. No. That's all gone. We're going to do one company, all heroes, so we can do the movies we want to see.
If I had the Infinity Gauntlet,
Oh, shit.
I would take over the world.
Yeah, there it is.
Base minimum starting position.
You know what?
Just rule the world. Then I can do what I want with the movie rights.
I have a theory. I think
Then I'll
Crystal-
give people the powers of all these people. I will make Chris Evans literally into Captain
know what?
America, and I will relive these as they were my toys.
I think Pistol is the son of Doom. Secretly. We just don't know it.
Well, this episode really got off the rails.
Did. Because the Infinity Gauntlet is awesome. It's the most powerful one.
Well, you know what?
Assuming
They
it
say
doesn't consume you.
power
Professor.
corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So,
Mostly.
before we destroy the other half of the world, I think we should probably end this episode. So,
I have a good slogan to end this episode.
okay,
Brand new.
A slogan.
Sweet
Just thought of it.
Jesus.
With
Hit me
great
with it.
power comes great responsibility. I don't think you guys have heard it before.
It definitely wasn't in the Spider-Man movie. I was actually okay with it.
I was hoping it would be-
You know, I'm squinting and I'm picturing you as an old man with a
I,
bushy mustache and glasses.
And I'm picturing me shooting you.
I didn't make the cut, did I?
No.
No, I'm dead.
Oh, no.
I'm gone.
Until next time, folks,
everybody.
I'm Mr. X.
I might not be here anymore.
And I'm Pistol Danger. Bang.
That's our show, folks. We hope you enjoyed it. Tell everyone you know about our program.
Unless you hated it, then keep your trap shut.
Have comments, questions, suggestions for future shows? Reach out to us at our website at mybigfatpulllist.com.
You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Until next time, keep your web fluid sticky.
Your batarangs sharp.
Ouch.
And your space guns charged.
That's not a space gun. That's Megatron.
Questions.
We could touch Infinity Stones quick.
I'm gonna
Kind of.
juggle my Infinity Stone.
It's bad. I did forget it though. It's out.
Shut up.
How are you still talking and drinking soda, though?